Life never gets easier. And most times, we are gonna have options to choose between an easy path and a hard one. Whether you are afraid to take a big leap with your career, or you are terrified to take a small social risk, like inviting an acquaintance out for coffee, learning to take healthy risk can open new doors and improve your life. Sometimes, you need to take risks, challenge yourself and try harder at things if you want to grow stronger and become better. Of course, not all risks are good risks. You only want to take the calculated ones that can truly improve your life and not just the ones that feel good. Taking risks in life seems really scary because we face the unknown and many times we are afraid of failure. But believe me, there is no worse failure than not trying and being in your comfort zone. Let go of the excuses. When taking on a new challenge, it can be really easy to allow excuses and self-sabotage to stop you from moving forward. Identify which concerns are genuine and which ones are negative self-talk and work on eliminating them. With each choice that we face, we have almost always two options to take, an easier one or a harder one. Easier paths feel safer as it typically represents our comfort zone or personal status quo. The harder ones are full of unknowns. It brings the feeling of unease. It asks for more effort. It feels tiresome. All these feelings show a beautiful potential for growth and the less obvious potential for even greater happiness. Happiness does not stem from the easy. It is born in the difficult. No one truly gets happy from laying on the couch. But people get happy from climbing the mountains and sailing the seas and running marathons. I remember facing a really tough day a couple of weeks ago. And during that time I thought, should I sit down and relax or should I keep to my work schedule despite the fact that I'm tired and not motivated and feel like I could just do it the next day? I was giving myself a lot of reasons to put it off. But I went ahead and I did my job. What's funny about the whole thing is just how often we run into choices like this. Picking between doing the difficult things even though you don't feel like it or taking the easier option and just forget about it. Most times, personally, what I do is just that. When I'm faced with that choice, I always try to go with the harder option. You can face a lot of resistance taking that path, but it will make your life so much better in the long run. Something I've learned over the past few years is that taking the easier path is usually the worst option. Look back at my previous example of how I could have easily decided to put off doing work until the next day. Putting things off is definitely the easier choice, but imagine if I always did that. I'd never do anything. The same thing applies to so many areas of our lives. It's easier to just stay home and watch TV instead of going to the gym. It's easier to stay in a job that you hate instead of quitting and taking the effort to look for something better. The same goes for doing other things like starting up a business. Each of these decisions had a path of least resistance and most resistance. Which one you take is going to profoundly shape the way that your life goes. So ask yourself, which path am I gonna take? When it's all said and done, the harder path, the one that provides the most resistance, is almost always the better choice. The biggest reason to take the path with the most resistance is the fact that all the greatest accomplishments and best tasks take time and effort. To put it simply, some of the best things in life are difficult to do. Just imagine how your life would turn out if you decided to take the easiest path. You take whatever jobs comes your way instead of working hard to get one that you love. You never exercising, which means you get your body way out of shape, which is very unhealthy. And instead of building up major accomplishments, you shun them because they are too difficult. All of your dreams would go unfulfilled because all the efforts seems to be too daunting. It's led me to one simple rule. When I'm uncertain about what to do and don't know what choice to make, I choose the most difficult path with the most resistance. The cold hard truth about life is not much will come easily to you. You're gonna have to put up with difficulties and put a lot of hard work into overcoming your obstacles if you're ever gonna achieve anything. That means making the hard choices. If I want to get into great shape, then I've got to get off my butt and go to the gym on a regular basis. There are gonna be days when I just don't feel like going, but I do it anyway. Other resistance like a busy schedule or tiredness or any other reasons might just pop up. But I know that the only way to achieve good results is to continue despite all of it. The same goes for sitting down and writing. The same goes for making videos. There's so many days when I don't feel like doing videos, but I just try to do a little every day. And there are days when I'd honestly rather just be doing anything else. But of course, I still try to do it anyway. The only surefire way to accomplish anything is to do them despite the resistance. Taking the easy path will lead you to a boring, unfulfilled existence. And that is why I've decided to do the things that I want, no matter how hard they look. In fact, I make it a habit to search for things that are both something I want to do and difficult, simply so I can keep pushing myself harder and do more with my life. Too many people give up doing something because it's difficult to do. To me, that's taking the easier path. Unfortunate as it is, you usually don't get much out of taking the easy way. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that you choose the harder part and that you made it. In the end, I like to think of a speech by one wise man. He was talking about his vision to land a man on the moon, and he said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." I want to end by saying that it definitely wouldn't be easy to take the difficult path and the choice with the most resistance. But that is exactly what we need to do in order to experience the best of this life. Don't choose the easy way. Choose the difficult one. Choose the path with the most resistance. And when you are able to overcome and sail through, it will leave a mark and create a motivation that others can try to find. God bless you.